We're at Dynasty Golf Course this morning, players, and it's kind of like my home course here in Thailand. Pink blossoms are out, and what a sight. The pink blossoms are out, afternoon delight. Well, I mean early morning delight. We like to tee off before 7 o'clock, Steve and I. And today Steve has completely banned me from using the driver. He's not impressed with the driver. He'll tell me that I can get around the golf course with my 3-wood and my 7-wood, which I'm going to try. I'm going to try in all sincerity because Steve is the all-knowing Steve who created the Tao of Steve. Steve has also created the very famous cult-following Steve 220 system. Now, the Steve 220 system is that you hit your driver trying to land it at 220 yards. Now, this kind of target-based aiming creates something where you're focused on your target. You're not focused on slowing your swing down. By focusing on a target closer to you instead of trying to bash it as far as you can, you actually control the thing you're trying to control.
Because if I hit the wedge, it's 140. If I hit the A wedge, it's 122. So it's 8 yards short or 9 yards long.
Come down the fucking shaft half an inch then.
And just hit a normal one.
And hit a normal wedge. So if you're, right, so you...
So normally I'm hitting it there, so I'll bring it down to here.
Oh, yeah, inch.
And then...
It's exactly the same shot.
Okay, you got it, Steve. Steve, when I'm on tour, you're the caddy.
So when you just go at your target trying to make a 220, for me, I can never hit the ball 220 with a driver. It doesn't go 220, it always goes more. So while I'm trying to land it at the 220 yard mark, it always goes 260 to 290 yards. It's just a way of getting that tempo smoother without slowing the swing down, which is a mechanical thought. When you think about mechanics trying to do something, smooth it out or something like that, you really hinder yourself because you've got that mechanical thought in your mind. We can't have mechanics.
Sit down, sit down. Sit, 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 sit. Perfect. Beauty. Oh, beautiful. Perfect. Little draw. Plus we've hit a little peach here, little 7-wood peach. It's going to leave a longer shot in. But on this course, it's all about the position. I mean, as long as I feel confident, and that's my game, in my mid-irons, like 164 playing 167, I'm hitting an 8 every day here because I don't want to be long over the screen. I'd rather be short of this pin to the right, or no, just in line with the pin and just chip it up. Because if I hit a solid 8, it can reach the pin, maybe even the back. But if I catch a 7-iron, even moderately well, we're going to have issues. So if we look at this, we've got a little slope feet below the ball, so I'm going to grip down a bit. So I think the distance will be perfect, even with a perfect strike. Wind a little off the left, off the right. Going to set this up just right at the pin, draw it in. Dollar bills. Not there, Matty. Not there. Okay, a bit too far left, players, but...
Now I know what a lot of people will say is potentially like my 3-wood goes far enough that I don't need the driver. And yes, that's true. One of the funniest things I found playing golf with many kinds of people, a lot of high handicap, a lot of mid handicap, a lot of fast swings, a lot of slow swings. The common theme is that a lot of people will find themselves a 3-wood and sometimes even a 5-wood that goes further than their driver. That can come down to timing, swing speed, and maybe the strike of the golf ball.
Probably about 280 away. I can't actually go over anything, so I've got to punch this one under there. So I'm going to go, and we're going to go 4-iron. We're going to have to do it. It's going to have to fade a little bit because
Great shot.
perfect. Players, we've hit a great little approach here. Now we've got 140 and the pin's on the extreme right of the green. I think on this kind of shot, right, because we have, this is a very slopey green back to front. If you pass the pin here, you're in trouble. So I'm going to grip down just a little. Like let's say a normal shot is there. I'm going to grip it like there, half an inch maybe. And I'm going to hit a normal shot and hopefully it flies, let's say 136, 137 would be great. Okay, we're not looking for much shape here, probably a little baby draw, just to the left of the pin. And I'll be happy with that. Little tuggish, could be long, but if it, yeah, that's long. That's very, very bad because I pulled that one.
That's it. So you didn't have to do.
I know, but you see, even that was jerky.
Well, it wasn't the best strike, was it?
Yeah, planting feathers, growing birdies player. 60% of the time, every time. Neng!
What?
Now you can't put a real feather on the green because you're going to forget it there and screw up someone's day. So you get one of these. Single prong divot tool, pitch mark repairer. Waterplaygolf.com. Works 60% of the time, every time. That's the one. That's the one. A line, yeah. Hey, my caddy's not good. That's the problem. We're going 246, but we're going to go with the 7-wood. I think I've got the distance, little down breeze. Super down grain too. I think we're laughing here, a little more off the pin. Beautiful. What a shot. Yep.
Eagle 10 baht, birdie 20.
So eagle 10 baht,
Yes,
birdie 20 baht.
yes.
One of the temptations is that if you're playing safe, if you're playing a conservative game like this and you accept that you're going to have longer approaches into the hole, the fact that you've accepted that you're going to have longer shots into the hole is part of the process, because you may hit a shot and go, you know what, I've just made a bogey there because I didn't take my longer club and now I've left myself longer to the green, where. No, we have to understand that we're going to be hitting some shorter shots off the tee, we're going to hit some longer shots to the green, but we have to align our expectations, and you can do that by looking at the scorecard. The holes that have the lowest stroke index actually have the lowest stroke index for a reason. So if you're playing your golf course and you're playing a bit of a more conservative approach, you kind of see how you can do without your trouble clubs. Just remember and identify where these tougher holes are and give yourself a break. If you do score a bogey, a double or a triple bogey, just give yourself a break. Understand they're more difficult. Understand you're going to have longer shots in, and also understand when FOMO and YOLO creeps in. You don't want to be between the two ideas. You don't want to go there and play conservatively, see how you're going to do, and then have your other foot in the game where you're trying to be blasting the driver off the tee, going for greens at the top range of your longest club, which you know is not reliable enough. Don't get stuck between the two. You want to be in one mode.
I think we're going to have to do the little 7-wood again, but we're in play, and that's a big thing, because I often hit driver down there and I'm struggling. So 3-wood is probably the play. Get me another few yards, leaves me a 7 or 6 iron in, but it's just one of those holes that's tough to look at.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's too. Bit too far left, man. Go over the bunker. Over. Perfect.
Right club on it.
Yep. See, a lot of people will be talking about if I could master the driver, be a better golfer, blah blah. Players, I don't care. I don't care about being some kind of pro or whatever. Like, yeah, if I master the driver, well, you know, whatever, it'd be great. But I've got better things to do than stand and master the driver like a you know, driver maniac. Like, look at this. I just go hit 3-wood and 7-wood all day. It's beautiful. I just so stress-free. The day might come where the driver is stress-free, but it's not a concern. You know, if you're watching my videos and you're thinking about how I should be hitting driver more and I'd be a great golfer with a driver, blah, blah, blah. I'm losing my shots with the driver. Yeah, if I could get it right, fantastic. But I have a substitute, so why even bother with it? Now, I should be using a pitching wedge, but unfortunately, I don't feel like... I mean, I know I should go wait for her to bring it back for me, but I'm just going to hit this A wedge. See, now Steve's trying to make all his chips, and that's what I've got to do.
That's a bad shot.
No, that's my style with a 9-iron. That's how I would do it. Get it rolling ASAP.
I honestly think if it's an uphill pitch and there's a run in it, I'm hitting fucking 9-iron.
Yeah.
I don't even pull it out.
What do you like to play? Make a bag of clubs you like to play and go play the hell out of those clubs. See how you do. Compare it. It's an experimentation. We're never going to reach a destination in golf. It's always a journey. You are not going to make it through this life understanding golf completely. You will always go through ebbs and flows. The point is to experiment, to have fun while experimenting. No real danger, no real expectation, no tension, just researching yourself. And this is the way to get it done.
Oh my gosh, that's bad. I think I swayed a lot there. You know, something bad may happen every now and then, player, but you gotta just go to your process, make sure it's all okay. Just hit your normal shot. I've got a big gap here. Let's go leg jet. We've got a big gap there. I mean, I could hit a 6, but we're gonna hit a 7 because it's got higher loft. If I hit a 6-iron, there's a small risk of you know, a little lack of confidence, but a 7-iron is just going to be absolutely money to clear those trees every day of the week, straight at the little bush I wanted, right through this gap. Leave myself a little wedgie in. Just like that, 100%. Perfect shot.
Wow.
Perfect, nah? Go. Go, ball. Come around. Hey, man, that's such a nice shot. I was just not trying to go left. Such a good shot. Bang, okay, perfect. Oopsie. Oh, Matt, what are you doing now? Oh.
This is a bit of an amen corner here at Dynasty, and if you can get through these holes at my handicap 1 over par, I think you're going to be laughing. Now look, these holes are going to happen. We screwed it up, we made the double bogey, we just got to move on to the next hole. And here we are on the par 3. You know, this is not my par 3, it's in my head. I'm thinking about I never hit this green, I never hit this green. And as you can see, when I actually hit a second shot, when there's no pressure and I'm not thinking about not hitting it, I actually hit it and put it close.
Fuck's sake, man.
We're going to drop a couple F-bombs in there. We're really frustrated now because it feels like we're throwing a score away. And that may be one of the worst feelings in golf. You want to avoid that. So I reset into my process. I understand my 7-wood's going to draw a little bit. Set it up at the bunkers on the right. Let it draw in beautifully. This is also not one of my favorite holes. I'm normally a bogey on this hole. At best, I'm going to get a par on this hole. And I've never birdied it.
Be the club. Go. Go.
I'm happy to get away from that hole with a par, but we're now 1 over par. We were 2 under, now we're 1 over. We feel like we've failed. We feel like we've lost the score, and that gets on top of you. But you want to remember to get back in your process, get back in the way you do things.
See, so players, when I hit these shorter clubs, like that one was started right and just stayed right, and this is the thing. Like the driver I hit on that same line, I've often done it here. It's in those palm trees down there, I'm dead. So this is the point of the shorter club off the tee. While it might not get you, you know, all the distance you want, the dispersion, even if it's the same, a driver can get worse from this line. But a 7-wood can't get much worse offline. This is about the worst I can get. And I'm still short of bunkers and I'm not in the trees. So that's the point, it's a distance dispersion matrix. You get less dispersion with more loft and less chance of going in the dwang with more loft. 122, a wedge, up the hill, down breeze, perfect, perfect. Not high enough. Oh, it is high enough. Come on. What a bird. What a good caddy. How about 60% of the time? Every time. You see, that's exactly what I thought.
The result of the shot is not in my control. What is in my control is the ability to go through my process, engage, calculate, negotiate, find a target, commit to the target, make sure when I cross that decision line, I'm committed to the target. When I'm committed to the target, I rip it and I just accept whatever comes, thereby creating another problem to solve, never-ending problem solving. And once you realize that, the birdies flow, the pars flow, and ironically, as you lose attachment to the golf shot, you actually create better golf shots. You actually lower your score. And we block slice another one with the very wet grips. I have since replaced them. Don't play the hero shot, play the stress-free shot. The hero shot is just a stupid shot. But the difference comes when you know the shot. When you know with full confidence you're going to pull off that shot, it's no longer a hero shot. It is a standard stress-free shot. And we pull off the stress-free smash-a-rooney, and we are now chipping for the eek-ski, but we want to guarantee the bird ski.
But just getting that thing to your spot. Getting that thing to your spot. Committing to your spot. Come on, Matty. Come on, Matty Boom Boom. Now look, I really want to get this up and down. Maybe if I can pitch it about here, I'm going to be laughing. Because I'm going to hit a little low skidder. Little low skidder. And that's how we do it, players. Little yippy, but it worked. Little yipperino. That's all right. I'm trying not to go right there. Just so scared of that water now.
Now after that beautiful birdie, of course we go bogey on the par 3, then we birdie the par 5, and now we're on to the 17th, and of course we sky the drive beautifully, leaving an impossible distance into the green, but we do try our best to fade this little ping 3 wood ski, leaving a pitch, and you know, it doesn't matter what you're trying to do. In this situation, over a bunker from 45 yards, 42 yards, the name of the game, GIOTG, get it on the green. We accept that we have a putt for par. We just need to hit it. Don't drop the lipstick. Let's talk about it. On the final hole here, I get really unlucky. I pound a 7-wood, and it's really great shot, but I just take a little bounce to the right, and I'm behind the ice cream bush, which signals the 150-yard mark. Now, that's super unfair, we could say, but we just got to take it. We just got to take it. That's the rub of the green. and we have to find a way of fading that ball around that ice cream bush. And I pick the fader, I play it way off the front foot. I mean, I'm talking outside the front foot, and I just swing it, and the further forward you put the ball, the more it slices. So I'm getting this thing outside my left toe, and I'm just swinging. And it slices. I don't catch all of it because it's such a weird shot, but we have a pitch in. And always remember, fight like a lion, right to the end. You don't score until you score. The great philosopher Steven Stifler comes to the rescue. Anyway, players, that's a +2 round for me, and it's one of my better rounds at Dynasty. I think I've only ever shot under par here once, and it's in one of the videos from a couple of years ago. It's just a tough golf course for me. Really difficult, need great position off the tee, and the greens are very one-dimensional, but they're also not easy to hit. I'm happy with the score. It proves to me I don't need my driver on this golf course. Could you potentially use clubs that are stress-free? The ones that don't get you into trouble, just use those ones. The ones that get you into trouble, just leave those at home. Go through a round of golf with your favorite clubs. Let's see what happens. Leave the bad ones at home. You know which ones they are. And potentially you may find some enlightenment along the way. The Jigsaw Camouflage Polo from waterplayergolf.com. You can find it on the website. I'm not sure how many are left because they've been going like hotcakes, and it is a beautiful one. You want to have that missing puzzle piece, the one that brings it all together to make you the player you are meant to be. Waterplayergolf.com. Get it done.